At midnight, the Calabash spoke into Amina's ear. Tell them the truth. The moon hid for a moment, and the street held its breath. Welcome to our tales. If you love African stories, subscribe and tell us where you're watching from in the comments. This is the story of the enchanted calabash that spoke truth. In the town of Ilese, people kept lamps low and doors locked at night. They knew the river and the market better than strangers. Amina sold bread and beans by the bus stop. Her stall was small. Her roof was an old umbrella. She had a son, Whale, and an old calabash that had belonged to her mother. Amina kept coins and salt in it. One evening, a man in a bright shirt sat at a stall. He ate the beans with loud pleasure. His name was Mr. Jola. He laughed like a radio. He told everyone he worked in the city. He said big things and showed a new watch. He slipped a coin into Amina's calabash and said, "Save well. I will help you." Amina took the calabash in cloth that night. The house was quiet, and Well slept with his cheek on his arm. At 11, a paper lay at the door. Amina picked it up. It read, "Do as you must." Her hands shook. She held the calabash and whispered, "If you can hear me, tell me, will Whale eat tomorrow?" The calabash answered, clear and small, "Tell them." Amina dropped the calabash. The kettle rattled. She blamed hunger and worry. Still, the voice came again and again those nights. "Tell them." The next day, the markets talked. The trader who kept the market box had been robbed. His box was locked, but coins were missing. People shivered. Fingers pointed. Mr. Jola turned pale when people spoke of keys and marks. Amina found a coin under her table. The coin had a mark like the one the trader used. She thought of the calabash. She thought of the paper. She thought of Whale. Amina feared the market men. They had big hands and loud mouths. She feared being blamed. But the calabash said, "Tell them." So she went to the chief and told the small story. The chief listened and called the market men. At the meeting, Mr. Jola came with a hat and a thin smile. The trader shouted and blamed Amina, saying she wanted his store. The crowd grew loud like a drum. Then Mr. Jola walked to Amina and opened his hand. He put down a packet of papers and a small coin. He said, voice low, "I found the trader stabbed behind his store. I took a coin to prove I was there. I meant to tell, but fear kept me quiet." People fell silent. The trader's wife came forward and wept. She said that they had been hungry and that taking one coin had sounded like saving a child from an empty plate. She did not make excuses. She looked ashamed but tired. Then the trader's bag fell open. More coins clattered out and a small knife dropped. The knife's handle had the same mark. The evidence matched the coin Amina had found. The calabash spoke again. "Tell more than blame," it said. "Ask why." A twist came on the head like rain. The thief was not a stranger who loved stealing. It was the trader's son, a boy who wanted a new uniform for school. He had begged his father and been refused. The boy had said, "Only one coin. No one will know." But a stranger had come, taken the trader for money, and the boy had panicked and hidden the bag. He had not stabbed anyone. The trader had been hurt by a different hand that night, someone who had come to settle an old debt. The truth was messy. The market men wanted quick punishment. Amina held the calabash and felt its warmth. "Tell them the whole thing," the calabash urged. "Truth frees, but mercy heals." The chief made a choice that surprised many. He told the trader to return the coins and work in the market until he paid back what he had taken. He told the boy he would not be beaten if he worked with his father to rebuild trust. He asked the town to start a small school fund so children would not need to steal for uniforms. He told Mr. Jola to help mend stalls for 3 months for his silence and for the help he gave at the meeting. People grumbled. Some wanted blood. Some wanted the town to forget. But when a child begged for a pen and the trader's wife gave a bowl, teeth softened. They fed each other and fed their shame into something useful. After that, life turned up like the wheel of a grinding stone. Wall went to the new evening class. He read from a borrowed book. The market fund grew from peppers and salt and small coins. Mr. Jola kept passing Amina's store, but he spoke less and smiled less loud. He came sometimes and left a small packet of sugar with a nod. One day a teacher from the city came because he had heard how the town had started a school fund. He brought a box of old books and a promise of lessons. He said, "A child who reads has many doors." Amina learned that truth is never only one thing. It must be told with care. The calabash kept speaking for a while. It told her small things. Remind the baker to mend his roof. Tell the widow she is missed. Tell the child that took a goat to return it and ask for forgiveness. The calabash didn't shout. It nudged like a neighbor. Then came a letter from a woman Amina had not seen since she was young. The letter said the calabash had been in her family for 3 generations. It was called the Calabash of Clear Voice. The letter warned that the calabash would speak only when truth would heal, not to punish for fun. It said the calabash chose people who could hear both the voice and the heart. Amina kept the note in her store. She kept the calabash clean. She did not put it on a shelf to show off. She used it when her town needed to see itself. One market night during drums, a quick hand moved through the crowd. People cried, "Thief!" Amina felt the calabash warm. For weeks, it had been quiet. Now it breathed and said, "Stop him." A boy ran by, and Amina called his name. He froze. In his pocket were coins and a small note. His mother was sick, and he had no money. He had taken the coins in fear. The chief told him to work for a week, and the town gave medicine. The boy promised to return every coin. The calabash liked small jokes too. It once told Amina to warn the chief about his hat. The hat flew off, and the goats chased it. People laughed until the moon went down. Even the chief laughed. Years passed. Whale grew tall and red by lamplight. The market fund helped many children. People learned to share and speak kindly. Before Amina left the store, she wrapped the calabash and left a note. Use it with truth and kindness. She walked away, knowing the town could hear itself now. If you find a calabash, listen. It may ask you to speak truth and to be gentle when you do. May your town always speak and listen.